too. So much.
And can't wait for Luka, about to have 50.
Yeah.
But should we talk Nuggets here for a little bit?
Yeah, I think we have to get into
Michael
the Nuggets.
Malone. 10 years he's been the head coach of the Nuggets. What is going on? They fired him, if you haven't heard, Michael Malone.
Sitting at 5th in the West.
And when they fired him, I think they were 4th. I mean, this whole group is just...
Yeah, I mean, it's within one game.
Exactly. So 5th in the West, won a championship 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Has been with the club for 10 years now as their head coach. Has a huge, impactful relationship with their best player, Nikola Jokic.
Uh-huh.
Is their guy. And they fire not only him, but also the GM with 3 games left. What could they possibly be thinking? That they just knew they were going to fire him in the offseason, so they did it now?
I would have, like,
Why?
what's the advantage of that for, like, the team? So I can understand how that could maybe be a thought, but
Give them one more run.
every avenue that I go down in my head is something like nefarious. Like, did Jokic and him have a complete fallout that necessitated, like, higher powers to come in and be like, we're going to fire the head coach and the GM right now?
It had to be something with some of the players, but I just can't imagine Jokic saying anything just because he's just so quiet.
Laissez-faire,
Yeah,
quiet.
exactly. Just and seems to like Malone, and if somebody, he just doesn't seem to be like that type. So then it would only be the other highest paid guys, Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr., who said something. But do they have that type of sway to get a coach and a GM fired?
Over the best player, too. If you have Jokic on your side, too, it's like,
true.
We're going to go against the best player on our team and arguably the best player in the league.
It's absolute madness. And going into the playoffs, so David Adelman is now the head coach, who is the son of Rick, former player. Rick was a former player and longtime NBA coach. David Adelman was an assistant at Jesuit High School in Portland, then was the head coach at Lincoln High School in Portland, then joined the T-Wolves in 2011, and
wow,
joined
the old high school to the NBA jump.
Classic move.
Yeah, classic.
Must have had some good
what I'm gonna
players.
do.
Ooh, second half is starting.
Yep, here we go.
But absolute madness with these coaches getting fired, going into the playoffs. Why are they doing this?
Weird timing. It's
just pointing out that the
very
coaches
soccer.
don't matter. Yeah.
It's giving soccer. It's giving, like,
Yeah.
all right, we're just going to fire this guy this week. Middle of the season. I mean,
True.
Granted, the soccer season runs basically all year, but
Yeah, true.
they're just firing people left and right. Now the NBA is kind of getting a sense of that. They're like, well, why not? If it's working over across the pond, let's just start firing people.
Keep shuffling in guys.
Yeah.
That is what they do. The
It's the
players
timing.
have the most power, so then they're just like, oh, might as well fire the coach. We can't really get rid of our star players who are under huge contracts. But then again, they traded Luka, so I guess you can get rid of your star players. You can
Gotta love
you
the
can do
drama of
anything in the NBA nowadays. It's just anything goes.
It's the association, folks.
Yeah, these. But it is kind of like, oh, Reeves. No. It is kind of like soccer in the sense that the coaches, like, when a new coach comes in, what can he really change for a while? Like, they fire some guy and then they play, like, that weekend. So it's like you have to run the same tactics.
Yeah.
Because you can't really change that much. And it's going to be kind of the same way for basketball. Like, what can the Nuggets change before the playoffs when they have 3 games and maybe a couple practices, but they're not even really running practices at this point? It's like...
And that would just run into the argument of, like, yeah, at this point, why not just carry on the coach throughout the rest of the season,
See what
regardless
happens.
of, like, what? Yeah, wouldn't that be the smarter, like, cohesive That makes me think that there was some sort of break in a relationship somewhere. Because
Yeah, they said that the GM and coach were arguing, but not talking to each other. One
that's not
wanted to,
healthy.
the coach wanted to play older guys, the GM wants to play younger guys, but I mean that's on so many teams that happens with, and then the owner doesn't just fire both of them going into the playoffs after they won a championship 2 years ago. So I
Until
agree.
now.
So, yeah, something else is definitely going on
Crazy story.
underneath the surface there with all these NBA teams. Just
I've
quickly.
been on NBA Twitter X. I've seen the conversations. I know one of you sleuths out there has the inside information. I need to know it.